Jon Moxley made some very interesting comments involving WWE, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out what's new for Drew McIntyre, Nikki Cross, and yes, a handful of more new CM Punk teasers and references. Let's start things off with Jon Moxley and his comments about WWE. So just for some backstory for Moxley's comments, we gotta travel back to 2018-2019. Jon Moxley had just made his big return to WWE at the time as his Dean Ambrose character on WWE television. And he was definitely busy there within the first few months of his return, even turning heel on Seth Rollins the same night that Roman Reigns had announced his leukemia. It was an emotional night, an emotional moment, and everyone thought it would lead to seeing this new heel side of Moxley in WWE and build up a personal feud with Seth Rollins. But that feud ended up flopping, and so did Jon Moxley's heel run. It was full of bizarre moments, such as him cutting a promo while getting shots in the doctor's office, and coming to the ring in a full gas mask. Just so many head-scratching moments like that during his heel run that fans look back at now and wonder what was going on there. But as time went on, WWE made it fully clear to the public and to the fans that Moxley had no intention of resigning and extending his current deal with WWE. So they created a last ever farewell run for the Shield and eventually said goodbye to Moxley after that. WWE had never been so open and public about a superstar's contract status before that some fans thought it was all part of a much bigger storyline. But as everyone quickly found out, it was the truth. Jon Moxley ran out of there, didn't look back, and ended up appearing in AEW during the first few months of the company's true existence. Well, Moxley recently sat down with the Messenger, and he made it perfectly clear that even if AEW never existed, he would have absolutely left WWE in 2019 no matter what. He had this to say about that topic, quote, "The timing of it was crazy. I was gone one way or another. I was going to give it all up. I didn't care if I was never on TV again. I'd go wrestle in a mask in Mexico in a parking lot if it means having fun again. Speaking from a character standpoint, it just makes it easier." But it was like as Jon Moxley was getting his release date from jail and walking into the world again. It just happened to be when AEW was starting, end quote. So some very interesting strong comments from Jon Moxley. He compared WWE to being in jail because there were so many restrictions to the fun he wanted to have. So he looked at his WWE release date as his release date from jail, and finally freeing his true wrestling character and persona, Jon Moxley, back into the free world. So for everyone wondering if Moxley would have stayed in WWE in 2019, even if AEW wasn't around, it looks like he answered that question very clearly and in a strong way. AEW or no AEW, he was going and he was leaving WWE in 2019 no matter what. It just happened to be perfect timing with everything that was going on over there in AEW, and he jumped right over, being one of the first former big WWE names to really make the jump to AEW, outside of Chris Jericho at the time. Of course, a lot has changed in the WWE creative process since 2019, but still no one truly knows if WWE return will ever be on the table for Jon Moxley. But like they always say, for any return, never say never. Speaking of returns, that brings us to the never-ending teasers and references to CM Punk. Fans are getting a bit exhausted of all the CM Punk references, and the entire topic has pretty much become one giant meme amongst the community. But regardless of all of that, there continues to be more and more teasers taking place on WWE television. The October 30th edition of Raw had what fans believe was too little references and potential teases towards the return of CM Punk. The first thing fans pointed out was Nakamura's promo. It now appears that Nakamura is talking to someone in his backstage promos. He's calling someone out and telling them to reveal themselves, to show themselves. There's no word on who Nakamura is talking to, but it's clearly someone who's not on WWE television at the moment, but could be in the very near future. So fans are wondering if he could potentially be talking to Randy Orton, CM Punk, or another potential returning superstar. The other potential reference came from Seth Rollins' promo, where he used the phrase, "Cry me a river," to Drew McIntyre. And although that's a regular saying that a lot of people use in many different situations, it's also coincidentally what Jack Perry muttered at the camera during AEW All-In 0 Hour that led to the backstage confrontation with CM Punk in the first place. So was it a shot at CM Punk? Was it a reference to CM Punk, or was it just another strange coincidence? That's what fans are debating, but these coincidences continue to pile up week after week. Nikki Cross's storyline continued this week in a cameo sort of style. Nikki caught everyone's attention a few weeks back when she entered a trance and eventually just walked off to the back. It got a lot of conversations started about what exactly could be going on there. Well, Nikki Cross made an appearance this week during Chelsea Green and Natalya's Halloween street fight. Chelsea Green pulled a pumpkin off a table to reveal Nikki's head just poking out through the table and still appearing to be in that same trance. So last time we saw a big trance storyline with Alexa Bliss, her trances were basically flipped on and off by the trigger word of the Fiend. But with Nikki Cross so far, from what we've seen in the last 2 weeks, there really appears to be no off switch. She's in this trance 24/7, it looks like. So it was just a quick cameo appearance, but we should definitely expect to see possibly more about what exactly is going on with Nikki Cross in the coming weeks. Is someone behind her recent behavior, or is she just doing this by herself? There's also some big updates to Drew McIntyre's status. Ever since WrestleMania 39 season, the big rumor was that Drew allegedly wasn't so happy with his creative position in the company and couldn't come to an agreement with WWE on a new deal. Drew McIntyre would eventually end up returning a few months after those big rumors broke out, but he's reportedly yet to sign an extension of any kind. Fightful reports that despite now being back in the world title picture and getting heavily featured, Drew McIntyre still hasn't signed any new contract with the company, and his current deal is set to expire in the early months of 2024 before WrestleMania 40. So it's a concerning situation that fans have been monitoring for a majority of 2023, and it looks like fans will really be paying close attention as Drew's expiration date gets closer and closer. Is this a situation like 2019 Jon Moxley, where Drew knows he's not re-signing and will just ride his current contract out to its final date? Or will he be open to reaching an agreement on a deal before the expiration date? It's been talked about all year long, but it looks like decision time will be coming for Drew McIntyre in the coming months. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.